half and I flipped it in a double. Started out with half and I flipped it in a double.
Said time again, we gotta go. Take one, then I dash away from Popo.
Yeah.
Snakes around my grass, they want my dodo. But I keep a 40, they don't know, no. Got the Henny, you get cocoa. Smoke on Reggie, that's a no-no. Driving slow-mo in the photo. Bitches ready for the photos.
I see all the things on my mind, yeah. Stacking money like 365. Cause this shit is real. Cause this shit is real. Cause this shit is real.
Don't say you get money, boy, you been broke. Digit dash up in my circle, you can roll. Only cash up in my vision and that's all. Now I'm smashing on the model cause I bought.
Hey,
Cause there's cream, I'ma take the team. We gon' be hot like steam. I just got the dreams, I know what you mean. It's all funny to the feet, I get 50 to my G.
hey. Cause this shit is real. Cause this shit is real.
That's how we do it. It's Imaara, yeah? This is how much, eh? This is 37.30. This hood is 37.30, is it? Yes, 37.30.
flipped it in a double. Started out with half and I flipped it in a double.
Said I'm again, we gotta go. Take one, then I dash away from Popo.
Yeah.
Snakes around my grass, they want my dough. But I keep a 40, they don't know, no. Got the Henny, you get cold. Smoke on Reggie, that's a no-no. Driving slow-mo in the photo. Bitches ready for them photos.
I see all the things on my mind, yeah. Stacking money like 365. Cause this shit is real. Cause this shit is real. Cause this shit is real.
Don't say you get money, boy, you been broke. Digit dash up in my circle, you can roll. Only cash up in my vision in the south. Now I'm smashing on the model cause I bought.
Hey,
Cause there's cream, I'ma take the team. We gon' be hot like steam. I just got the dreams, I know what you mean. It's all funny to the fleet, I get 50 to my G.
hey. Cause this shit is real. Cause this shit is real. half and I flipped it into double. Started out with half and I flipped it into double.
Said I'm again, we gotta go. Take one, then I dash away from Popo.
Yeah.
Snakes around my grass, they want my dodo. But I keep a 40, they don't know, no. Got the Henny, you get cold. Smoke on Reggie, that's a no-no. Driving slow-mo in the photo. Bitches ready for them photos.
There's a lot of things on my mind, yeah. Stacking money like 365.
Hi there. Today we are going to talk about the most important asset in your organization, and it's called branding. The things about branding will help your organization to have its identity, and it will encourage more customers to buy from you. So let's go jump into it. Today we're going to brand caps, we're going to brand t-shirts, and most even you can brand even jumpers. So welcome. So we're going to start with branding of caps. Step number 1, design your artwork. You can use several programs, but at the end of the day, design your artwork. Like right now I'm doing this one for Infinite Digital. After you're through with your artwork, you need a printer. You need to print it. And when I talk about printing, we're using special papers. They're called sublimation papers. These type of papers are used to print on caps. They can print even on t-shirts and all that. So step by step, after I've designed my artwork, I'm going to print it. So while the program is printing, remember branding is one of the most important assets that you can help in your organization. As you can see, these are printed. I'm going to print this one onto the cap, and it will be a permanent print. So from there, I'm going to use the heat press to print it. There are different types. I'll show you step by step. There's one for printing caps, there's one for printing t-shirts. So let's tag along. Welcome. Okay, now we have already printed our sublimation paper with our design. We have our special mug. It's a special mug for printing. As you can see, it's blank. Then we have a special tape. It's a heat resistant tape, whereby even when we'll be using it on the heat machine, it won't melt. It's a heat resistant. Then we need a special heat press machine for mugs and caps. So the next thing is I need a scissor. They need this scissor. It will help me cut the design, at least so that when I print it, it appears well. So here's my scissor. Cutting it the way we need. Remember, this is a heat press machine, whereby once you print, it stays there permanent. Your branding, your company, whatever you're branded will remain there permanent. It's not a temporary thing. So this is the special tape. I'll apply it here. The reason why I'm putting this tape is to ensure that whenever when I'll be using the heat press on it, it will stick the way I want it to do. And like if I didn't choose the tape, maybe when I place it here, it might move and it will give us a wrong image. So now the next step is now to connect this mug heat press to the mainframe heat press. So from here, there's this connection here. Plug it out. The special. I'll use an extra light, sorry, at least to see it clear. Make sure, this one is electronics. If you go wrong, you might even burn this thing. So you go step by step. Follow the instruction manual. Whenever you have such a machine, kindly follow the instruction manual. Don't do your things. So you make sure you remember, follow the instruction manual. There might be different companies with different instruction. At the end of the day, follow the manual. Then you, after connect, never connect before while it's on power. So as you can see right now, I want to power it. I look for at least a cable. And remember, following the instructions. So from there, we have already put a sublimation paper onto our cup. Now I'm placing it where? I'm placing it at the heat press for the mug. Now the next thing is turn it on. Then I set the temperature. Like right now I'm putting this temperature so you can see. Nice. Then you ensure the mug is as the way you want it to appear. Lock it. It's becoming warmer and warmer by the second. When you have branded your product, what if I put hot water? Will the any disappear? No. It will even, because we are doing it with heat. So if you put hot tea, hot water, it will still remain because these are heat press machine. You're waiting for the timer to feel the timer. Now it's counting, increasing the temperature.
Like steam, I just got the dreams. I know what you mean. It's all funny to the feet. I get 50 to my G.
And remember, branding is one way of growing your organization. You might ask yourself, people sometimes ask me, why you spend money on branding? Branding makes your product be known. Branding makes customer want to buy from you because they feel part and parcel of your organization.
Cause this shit is real.
Right now it's getting the heat. And remember, kindly don't make as in you're touching this area. This area is very sensitive because of the heat. Anytime this thing can burn you, it can give you bad first degree burn. So kindly, when working with these machines, avoid touchy. Even when children are around, avoid. And you might ask yourself a question: How can you reach us? Well, I'll update you this step by step. But first, let's learn. And I know, so if you can get to your nearest shop, you can purchase one. It's one way of branding your product. As you can hear that sound, it means the temperature is enough, the product has been heated enough. So I'll remove it slowly. Remember now this thing is hot. Slowly. See if you can even see smoke. You see this green, this tape is, I told you it's a special tape. You see it's still there. If you had used those other tapes, it would be enough. So let it cool a bit. Cooling. Some people, what they do when they want to remove it, they put it in cold water. Others, but at least the advisable time is like, give it like 1 minute or so for it to cool down. If you are in a hurry, you can dip it in cold water. It's one of cooling these products. Then whenever we talk about printing on mugs, there's usually different types of mug. This one is a plain mug, like you saw, it's just a white mug whereby I print on it. But the usual special mugs like a magic cup, whereby these types of mugs is whereby when you print on them, after printing, when it cools down, it becomes either black or blue, depending on which type of mug. Then when you put a hot water, the mug, you'll see the picture will start appearing. It's one of the technologies which I'm usually very fascinated about it, and I know it's one of the, if you can manage to get a magic cup. So I'm going to remove this slowly. So voila, I want you to see, you're seeing this way, I'm removing it. You remember it was white, now look at it. You can see. Imagine your brand being in a cup. And like I told you, this thing, it's not erasable. The moment you print it, it's like permanent. So branding of cups is one of the way of marketing your organization, even if it's a group, a self-help group, or even if you want to give somebody a present. This is one of the way you can. So like this one now is infinite digital. Imagine your corporate being logo being on a cup. Anytime when your visitors are coming, you serve them tea with your logo. Imagine the feeling, people saying, oh wow, this is the company which I want to be involved in. Now like right now, it's infinite digital. Infinite digital. The number one printing, branding and marketing. Welcome. That one today we have started with cup branding. Now let's go to step number 2. Cut your no-cut material according to how you want to. Like these ones, the beauty about no-cut is it's covered with a paper. It's like a nylon. It's a special nylon. So this part, as you can see, it's what we want to print it onto the material itself. So for starters, I'm going to start with my white t-shirt. As you can see, it's a very high quality t-shirt. Step number 1, what I'm going to do first, because to remove the creases, as you can see, naturally this thing gets creases. First of all, I like put it on the heat press for like a few seconds for it to remove the creases. Drinks taste well when they're in a branded cup. So I align it to where I need it to be. Remember, like I told you, now it's no longer a sublimation paper. We're using a no-cut kind of paper. So the first few seconds is just to ensure that the creases are removed.
My vision in the south. Now I'm smashing on the model cause I bought. Hey,
Cause there's cream, I'ma take the team.
Now as you can see, it's clean. Then the next, make sure you label it to where you need it to, because the moment you have printed it onto the material, it cannot be removed. So it's a one-way traffic. Print it, you place it to the right where you want it exactly. Then after placing it, now I'll press it, just like the name suggests. It's a heat press machine. So here I go, pressing it. Then I'll place the timer. Now the countdown is going. It's going step by step. It's going down from, depending on how the material. Like now this one, I'll place it for the next 60 seconds. While it's printing, I'll advise you, or I'll even recommend, always think of branding. Always think of branding. These are the steps of growing your business. It's one thing to have a product. It's another thing to make people know about it. And branding is the key. Branding makes people know about your product. You can use it through social media. You can use it through word of mouth, or even through products. Because whenever somebody walks with this t-shirt, I'm sure now he or she will be advertising my product. So remember, branding is important. So as you can see, the countdown is going, it's going downwards. Okay, that sound means that the heat is enough. So as you can see, it is heated. one of the advice, which through experience, is whenever you're printing different colors of materials, remember, start with whites. Then you start with light colors. For example, right now I'm starting with white. Then if I add something like yellow, then finally you finish with dark colors. That one is like a hint I'm giving you as a hint. Whenever printing, start with light colors. So look. Voila. Would you like it? Would you like your brand to appear on a t-shirt like this? Call it. So as you can see, this is one step of brand. I'm going to brand the beer in the back. So for the back, again, I'll do what I've just said. First, I'll heat it to remove any crease. Remember, the first heating is to remove creases. Creases are they can mess you up. So I'll just warm it a bit. In the meantime, just for a few seconds, not for long. I'll warm it a bit. So here is what I want to print. This one, as you can see, Infinite Digital. I want to print it on. So like we did it earlier, first of all you place it where do you want it to. It's advisable to use a pencil to mark, because pencil, after sometimes you can wash them away. So after you place it there, the countdown goes up to a minute. If it's advised to use 3 minutes, follow the timer. You don't have to be checking your watch like, oh no. And being a heat press, the heat is usually a lot. So it's advisable, drink a lot of water and use your branded.
I would have and I flipped it in a double.
So if you want to reach us, you can always come up to our pages. You can reach us online through different. You can reach us through Facebook.
Got the Henny, you get cold. Smoke on Reggie, that's a no. Driving slow-mo.
So if you have any questions, if you want to reach us, like I said, you come to your. You can see on the description on the screen. Remember, branding is the way. So, unlike with no cut, you put it's exactly the way it was. Even I can read it. 5 awake, 5 aware. This one, I'll have to place it upside down. The other one I was placing it like this. You see the difference? You can, with this one, you place it upside down. This one sublimation. With no cut, I was placing it like at least the way it is. So remember that. Kindly remember that with sublimation, print it upside down or in a mirror form. Remember to put your artwork exactly where you need it to be. These things are permanent. The next thing, like I said, you might put another paper on top. This one usually helps me to reduce the heat on this material. So, as usual, I'll place it and use the cup. So, today we have covered almost all types of branding. We've covered, you've done branding of cups, branding of t-shirts. Now we're doing branding of cotton material. When I'm talking about cotton material, I'll even talk about the school uniform. You remember branding your school uniform? Whereby you brand the pockets. This is where you come from. And when you want to brand your school uniform, maybe putting identity. Some of the students like writing their names on it. Instead of sewing, I don't know, something. Just do something smart. Print it on a sublimation paper. Use any font. You see, like this font is a font, a different font. You can put a picture on a student t-shirt. Then at least, and these things are permanent. Nobody can really take your picture. your t-shirt. So once again, we're waiting for the timer for the countdown. I'll repeat myself over and over and over again. Branding is the key. Brand your product, market your product. That's the way forward. So like the name, I'll remove. Like I said, this paper is just for to prevent, reduce excess heat towards the material. Now as you can see, voila, very beautiful. If you can see this paper, this one was, whatever this one was, it was written upside down, or whatever, mirror form. Now after printing, now you can clearly read it. So kindly remember, when you're using with sublimation while printing, remember to put it in a mirror form. So my friends, my fellow colleagues, my future clients, remember, branding will market your product. Welcome. Any suggestion, even any criticism, any criticism, you can put it on the comment and we'll get back to you. Once again, thank you for your time and God bless.